All right. So, hey, everyone. Thanks for tuning in for another deep dive. You guys sent us some pretty interesting stuff about Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner. And
Yeah.
we're going to, kind of dig into it. Their recent
Yeah.
reunion, Garner's,
Yeah.
like, really touching tribute to her dog, Birdie, who recently passed away. So,
Sad.
yeah, kind of a heavy one. But, you know, there's some good stuff in here, too.
Yeah, definitely some heartwarming moments for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So, Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
right? Everybody's getting together with their families
Right.
and Ben and Jen decided to have a little reunion of their own.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like, turkey and stuffing at the dinner table. They were actually
Yeah.
volunteering on Skid Row
Which is
at a charity event.
yeah, I thought that was pretty
Yeah.
incredible.
And, they weren't alone. There were a bunch of other celebs there too, like
Yeah, Sarah Paulson,
Sarah Paulson,
Sasha Farber.
Jen Tran. So, it's like a whole
It's interesting.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess the question is, what does this reunion
Right.
tell us about their relationship post-divorce?
It's definitely not your typical, exes avoiding each other situation, right?
Right, exactly.
Like, they very intentionally chose a very public place
Right.
to do this together.
Yeah, and especially, considering some of the stuff that's been said in the past, like Affleck's comments on
Oh, right, the Howard Stern.
the Howard Stern show where he talked
Yeah.
about feeling trapped and, blaming.
Right, his alcoholism on the marriage. Yeah, that was a bit of a media frenzy for sure.
Oh, yeah, it was huge.
I mean, I think, to be fair to him, he did kind of walk it back later. And
Right. Yeah, he said he
but
takes responsibility for his actions and all that, but
you can't really,
the damage is done.
unring that bell.
Exactly.
And especially with someone in the public eye, those words just kind of
Yeah.
linger,
Oh, absolutely.
And it's interesting because through all of that, Garner, didn't really say anything.
Yeah, she was totally silent.
Which I think speaks volumes.
It does.
I think she handled that whole thing with such grace and dignity. And, remembering back to that interview she did in Vanity Fair, was it 2016?
Yeah, 2016.
She called him the love of her life, but also a complicated guy.
That's right. So, I mean, that kind of gives us a little insight, I guess, into how she views him.
Speaks to her, I don't know, maturity and her ability to see the nuances
for sure.
of their relationship,
Yeah. So how does this Thanksgiving reunion, kind of fit into all of this?
I think it kind of signals a shift, right?
Right.
They're moving into a new phase. Maybe not romantic reconciliation or anything,
Right.
but definitely like a co-parenting, mutual respect kind of situation.
Yeah, putting the kids first.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which, can't be easy given everything they've been through.
No, absolutely not. And speaking of putting the kids first, got to talk about Garner's dog, Birdie, who recently passed away.
Oh, yeah.
And she wrote this like really heartbreaking Instagram post about it.
I saw that.
Oh, it was like, I was in tears.
Yeah.
And the part about like how Birdie held on until her daughter came home from college.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, it was just
It just gets you right in the feels.
it's just like, sometimes life just throws these curveballs at you and you got to keep going.
Absolutely. But it speaks volumes,
Yeah.
about Garner's strength and, the family bond that they have.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So I guess the question is, what can we as like, regular people, not celebrities,
Right.
what can we take away from all of this?
I think their story reminds us that, relationships are messy, they're complicated.
Yeah.
There are good times, bad times, and sometimes, things just end.
Yeah.
But it's about learning from those experiences, prioritizing what's truly important, and creating a healthy environment for the people we love, especially our kids.
Yeah, and I think it's a good reminder that, celebrities, even with all their money and fame, they're still human,
Yeah.
They go through the same
Yeah, they're not
struggles. Yeah, they're not immune to heartbreak and loss and all that.
Nope.
Yeah. Well, this has been a really insightful conversation. Thank you so much for,
Of course, happy to
sharing your thoughts.
be here.
Yeah. And for everyone listening out there, I guess something to think about is how can we, separate the public persona of celebrities from their personal struggles?
Yeah.
How can we appreciate the efforts they make to navigate these complex family dynamics, just like the rest of us?
Yeah, that's a good question.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. We'll see you next time for another deep dive.
Bye.
Bye-bye.